to a brand new series, Zelda Modes, with me, Fake Dr. Levin. Beating the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for Nintendo 64 when I was in elementary school was my first memory of accomplishing something, of setting a goal and through a lot of hard work accomplishing it. And beating that game was difficult, and it took a lot of effort on my part and diligence, and the melodies from that game and the whole world in general are still stuck in my head and really influenced my music a lot. And one thing I realized is that a really great way to learn to recognize modes by ear is through Zelda music. So I found a few Zelda tunes, some of the really famous ones from Ocarina of Time, and I figured out what mode they were in. And in this series I'm going to help you be able to identify modes by ear and understand what they are using these Zelda tunes. Before we jump into the lesson, I wanted to do a quick review of what modes are. So let's say we're in a key signature. How about C major for simplicity's sake? Alright, we've got no sharps or flats, so our C major scale is going to be C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So we're in the key of C major and we've got a C major scale. What happens if we take these exact same notes but just put them in a different order? How about we start the same scale but from D? Alright, well if we do that we'll have D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. And this is called the second mode. This is called D Dorian. It's a scale using the same notes as in the C major scale, but starting from the second note of the scale. Therefore, it's the second mode. And you can do the same for the third or the fourth. Let's look at the fourth mode. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. And the modes are named after Greek islands, I think. And the first mode is called Ionian, the second mode is called Dorian, and here, this fourth mode, which we'll be working with today, this is called F Lydian. Each mode has a different vibe, a different atmosphere, a different mood to it, and today we're going to focus on the fourth mode, Lydian. Now Lydian has this really beautiful, mystical, major but dark, kind of wise, otherworldly alien sound. It's a gorgeous mode, and it sounds like this. So F Lydian is major sounding, but there's a huge difference between it and an F major scale. Let me show you an F major scale, regular old Ionian, and then F Lydian. You can really hear the one note difference. That's F Ionian, F major. Now here's F Lydian. It's got that kind of alienness to it, and that's all because of that fourth note. So today's melody is from the Lost Woods theme by Koji Kondo from Zelda. It's also called Saria's song, but I can't be sure because I'm not a big enough nerd to be sure about that, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'm obviously a pretty big nerd because I'm making this series and it's going to take me hours and hours and hours. But anyway, the melody from Lost Woods sounds like this. And it's a great example of Lydian because of all the emphasis on that fourth note that I was explaining earlier is the distinct note. Listen to how this would sound if it was in F Ionian or just regular old F major. Like, way dumber. Hey, but it's okay. Not that there's anything wrong with Ionian, but this is like a great Lydian melody. Man, I love this melody. I used to play Ocarina of Time with my dad, and we would sing this melody and it would get stuck in our heads. It was really cool. But so we've got F Lydian here, and I've got in the description below a transcription of this melody written by Koji Kondo. It's very important that you know I did not write any of this music, obviously. But I've got the melody transcribed and tabbed, and I've also got a little guitar like solo arrangement of it for you to enjoy and for you to learn if you want. It's kind of hard to play. It took me a long time to get down, but it's there just as a resource. And I also have a sheet that's a good review of all the modes, explaining each mode, what it is, and it'll be a good guide for the rest of this series. And I'm just going to go and see how many modes I can find in the Zelda music and see how many modes I can help you hear.